Children have very turbulent, very tumultuous, dramatic, teenage years. And so I've been through there. And so oftentimes it's like just feelings would pour out of me. It's like I want to say things to my children. And so sometimes I probably get a little too emotional. And I think the choices that he made in the editing rooms made it so that there is this greater forbearance, resilience, and patience, and it's actually better. I remember in that scene too, there were times I got teary. It just flowed out of me. It was an opportunity to really, for him to say I love you to his mom, but for me to say I love you to my kids. So yeah.
I remember I wanted to do some like weird auteur shit where her daughter was on set. She like joined our production as like an intern PA kind of thing, because she was just hanging out. We're like, you want to just like we can give you stuff to do, and she's like, yeah. And so she was there, and I was like, oh, for the final scene, I'm gonna put her in Isaac's scene, and she's gonna look at her daughter. And I didn't end up doing that, but I was like, ooh, this is gonna be so meta.
We got a few minutes before we wrap up. Isaac, question for you. What was you gave me a hint of this answer before outside, and I think it's a great answer. What was the hardest thing for you to film in this movie?
I think like a normal actor would be like, oh, the most dramatic scene for me was blah, blah, blah. The barf that Heather Urov gave me to barf into the toilet after the party scene. It was made out of sardines, milk, orange juice, like those really salty crackers, and like a weird substance to make it really thick. And I had to hold that in my mouth for like 20 seconds before we rolled. And Sean did that on purpose. Is that bad?
Yes. I was gonna say the kissing apples thing.
The kissing apples scene was terrible too.
That was the funniest thing I've ever filmed.
That's the worst thing I've ever filmed.
That's the thing with Isaac when he doesn't rehearse, but like you hear actors about it, and it's like you just want to they don't want to waste it on rehearsal. So oftentimes I'd be like, all right, action on take one. I'd be like, all right, he understands, gets it. Like we're there, and slight modifications. And sometimes it's like, oof, we got work to do. And it was that kissing apple scene. I was like, okay, action. And he goes, it was like very comedic. He was like, I could not take it seriously. And I was like, no, okay, cut it. No, like kiss the apples like you love. Like you really passionately kiss. It was like, close your eyes, and then like you could just hear him like. I remember being behind the monitor, just like church giggles. Me and Sam were like, hear the dailies, and I just couldn't hold it.
So when I see the film, it's like it reminded me like how much parents really don't know their children behind the doors, what they were doing, what they were thinking. Like so many secrets.
The first cut of the movie too held on that shot for a minute and a half.
Where is it now? How much did you cut it down by?
It's like maybe 20 seconds.
Wow. Okay.
But I was like, we're gonna make him so uncomfortable with this, and then I remember Carlos was like, dude, please, for the love of God, cut that shot.
I think that's all the time we have for, ladies and gentlemen, the filmmaker.
Friday. If you liked it, please tell your friends. Opening weekend, as you all know, for independent films like ours, is one of the most important metrics in our business. It defines how much and what our movie does for the future. So if you liked it, please tell your friends, buy a ticket.
If you didn't like it, I'm subjecting you to 24 hours of silent cockroach watching.
I'll sing you the rock clip of... Wait! Hey. Oh yeah. Buy a ticket. Buy a ticket. Thanks guys. Thank you.